So you are on your way to saving up for your first 100,000, and in today's video I want to show you my top 5 money tips on how I use these same strategies to help assist me to this milestone, and I want to show you how you can implement this on your own no matter who you are, and just like I did. Now, if this is the first time you're coming across my channel, I'm a physical therapist by trade, but I've used all of these strategies to, number one, help me achieve this milestone, but number two, put me into a position where I'm able to then invest in other assets that are going to create more financial wealth as well as produce more income for me, including real estate. So number one, prioritize your spending. You want to make sure that your spending habits are in line with the values that you have in your life, because the last thing that you want to do is to be spending on things that aren't going to bring you value in return, as well as when you're looking at your spending habits, you can see some things that maybe you're not getting a lot of value in return, and you want to make sure that you're focusing on those priorities. Number two, growing your income versus expenses gap. There's a couple ways to do this, but you can either decrease the amount of expenses that you're having throughout the month by looking at your budget and looking at things that you might be able to get away with from not spending on. Number two is that you're going to be growing your overall income and certain income sources for you. Or number three is a combination of both, where you're looking to grow your income at the same time, cut expenses to widen that gap. And the widened that you have that gap from your income versus expenses, the more that you're going to be able to save up, of course, to this milestone, but then be able to put into other assets for investing in the future. Number three, utilizing higher interest rate accounts. You want to make sure all the accounts you are maximizing the overall amount of savings rates that you are getting to achieve a higher interest rate to help compound your money over time. So anything from emergency funds and to other savings accounts, you want to make sure you're utilizing higher interest rates to help compound your money to further reach your milestone. Number four, minimizing your downside risk. Of course, at the beginning time of your careers, you can tend to take a little bit more risk, but I think trying to achieve your first 100,000 milestone, you want to make sure that you're putting your money into safer type of assets and other accounts to really minimize your risk and volatility to finally achieve that first milestone. And then later on, you can look at more risky type of investments, because usually with more risk equals more rate of return, but you just want to make sure you're being a little bit more conservative, I think, to finally achieve that first 100,000 milestone. Number five is putting your money into cash flowing assets. Now, of course, my favorite type of cash flowing asset is real estate, but this could be dividends as well as real estate. But you want to make sure, as you are trying to add up to your first 100,000, that you are going to be putting your money into cash flowing type of assets that are going to be distributing you money in the terms of distributions and passive income type of things. But these are going to be typically a little bit more safer, but more steadily type of that income that you're going to be able to stack more and more, and to help you reach that 100,000 milestone. So those are my top 5 money tips that help me achieve my first 100,000 milestone, that anyone can be using to help assist them to achieve that same milestone. Now, if you really found value within this video, I look forward to seeing you in the next video when I go over the blueprint to reach your first 250,000 or $250,000. And I'm going to be putting out more tips, of course, differently than this video that I just covered for reaching your first 100,000, that are going to really help accelerate your financial wealth for yourself in the future. So if you found value, please like and follow, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.